My room is a mess right now. The reason my room is a mess right now is because this is the last video I'm ever filming in this apartment. And I'm literally so excited. I haven't talked about it at all because it was a crazy process, and it was a fast process too. Like, well, first of all, let me talk to you guys really fast. We're literally moving in less than a week from now. So this is going to be my final video in this apartment. This was my first apartment ever. Though it was a great starter apartment, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to get out of this apartment. I'm so excited. My new apartment is literally so much better for filming. There's so much more space. There's so much more natural lighting, and I'm literally so excited to move out. That's why the state of my room looks like a hurricane tore through it, because we're trying to pack, clean, all that stuff. But in the midst of all that, I thought, what would be a great idea right now? It would be a great idea to stop packing, stop cleaning, stop doing the things I know I should probably be doing, and I should go buy some books. Why do I think that's a good idea instead of staying here and packing and cleaning like I should be doing? I guess we'll never know. We're gonna go book shopping today. I need a car tripod so badly, but we have made it to our destination. We're at Half Price Books. To be honest, don't really have a plan for what I want to get. Obviously, I have a massive TBR, but am I gonna choose from any of the books on my TBR? Probably not. And that's okay, that's fine. I'm really not here to get too much, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm really just here to get something that will hold me over until after we move. So maybe like 1 or 2 books, maybe even 3. Like I said, I'm not really sure what it is that I'm going in here and looking for. I finished King of Wrath by Anna Wang, and I actually really like that book. So my new like book fixation right now is the my wife trope. Like, I love it. I also was thinking about getting A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but I also want to buy the Hunger Games trilogy with that. So I'm not even sure if Half Price Books will have it, so I don't really know how that's gonna go. I'm still gonna look for it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I just know I'm gonna get something. We're gonna go into Half Price Books. I haven't decided yet if I want to go to Barnes & Noble or not, because I really don't feel like spending $1 million on a single book right now. So I don't know if I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble yet after this. If not, I might go to Target instead. There's a Super Target down the street. I've never been into the Super Target and actually looked at their book section, so I kind of want to see what they have. I actually don't even know if they have a book section, but I'm pretty sure if the regular size Target does, the Super Target probably does, but I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go in and we're gonna find some books to read. Dumb or I was in Half Price Books. I bought some stuff but I was in Half Price Books and I was filming. All of a sudden, my camera just decided to turn off and like wouldn't turn back on for a second, and I don't know why it did that. We're back in the car now. I got 2 books. I'm not gonna talk about them yet. I think, to be honest, I'm just gonna go to Barnes & Noble because I kind of just want Starbucks. So I think I'm gonna end up just going to Barnes & Noble and like browsing around and seeing what I can find. There's so many open parking spots and they park next to me. There's actually no type of privacy in my car because my windows aren't tinted at all. So I really love that for me. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble and we're gonna just browse around and see what we can find. I may get another book, I may not, I don't know. But I'm gonna get Starbucks. So let's go. We've made it to stop number 2. I think I'm just going to browse and get Starbucks. And then if I end up getting a book, I end up getting a book. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I really don't need that much right now because I have a couple videos planned out that I need to buy books for later on. So I really don't need anything right now. So we're just gonna look, we're just gonna browse and get Starbucks and hang out. I got my Starbucks and they gave me a bendy straw. Love that. It's giving childhood. But I just got out of Barnes & Noble and I'm proud of myself because I didn't spend as much as I thought I was going to. I did get more books than I thought I was going to. I was only gonna get like 1 or 2, but I ended up getting 3. They're all like dark covers. And I love it. I love the vibes. It's literally so different than what I usually read, and I'm loving it. The first book I got is from Half Price Books. It's These Violent Delights. It's about 2 rival gangs, and basically they're beefing. It's enemies to lovers. They end up having to unite their gangs because there's these like weird deaths coming up in both of their groups. So they band together and I guess trying to figure out who's working against them. I've heard of it before. I didn't know what it was about, but the cover is literally so pretty and I'm excited to read it. This next book has been on my TBR for like a month or 2 now. I got All of Us Villains. I hear so many people talking about this book. I'm literally so excited to read it. I got a hardcover from Half Price Books for $10. What? I have been really into like fantasy and dark romance lately. Don't know what it is. There were a few romances that I held off on getting because I do have a couple videos planned to where I'm supposed to be reading like specifically like romance books. So I'm trying to hold off on that, which is another reason why I kind of got more like fantasy, dark romance books this round. of book shopping, but I'm really excited to read this. I've heard so many good things about this book. And then the last book I got is Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is supposed to be like a young adult fantasy. Again, I've heard a lot about this book. I read the synopsis. Girl, I want to know who the Prince of Hearts is. He sounds kind of intriguing. Like, I want to know who that is. But I think I saw Allie Reads, I think, do like a like first line, like books I want to read based on the first line, and I think this was in it. I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting, so I kind of want to read it. I've heard a lot of the booktubers I watch talk about this book, so I'm really excited to read it. I think this one, I think I already said, I think this one's also young adult fantasy. Yeah, I'm really excited to read it. Those are literally like all the books I got. I really didn't get that much on this book trip. Like I said, I just needed a couple books to hold me over until we move and get settled. These are next up on my list. I still have one more book at home that I need to read from last month again, but don't know when I'm gonna get to it because I bought it and then like I was like fixated on it for like a couple weeks and I was like, I need to go back and get that book, and then I bought it and I don't feel like reading it anymore. Like, kind of annoying, but okay. I didn't end up reading that many books in May. I only read 3, so I want to talk about it because this round of books that I read, honestly, like, kind of fucking good. First, I read Flicker in the Dark. Honestly, okay, me personally, I am not very good at guessing things, but when I tell you I thought I had solved the case, figured it out, knew who it was. Literally, like, for 85% of the book. I was like, oh yeah, like, I know. No. No, I didn't. I didn't know anything, actually. When I found out who actually did it, I was like, I was shocked. I was bewildered. And I was so confident in it too. I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, like, obviously, like, I'm literally a detective. I know who did it. Literally, highly recommend A Flicker in the Dark. It was literally so good. Like, I loved it. Literally had my heart, like, racing the entire time. I was like, oh my god, like, no, like, couldn't do it. The plot twist is literally so good. Like, I loved it so much, and it was like it was a shock to me personally. Like I said, I don't know, if you're good at guessing stuff, maybe you can figure it out, but I really don't think you would see it coming because it's just Stacy, she really fooled me. But I highly recommend A Flicker in the Dark. It was really good. Next, what did I read next? Next, I read King of Wrath. Okay, listen, like I said earlier in this video, King of Wrath by Anna Huang. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of the Twisted series so far. I like Twisted Love, and I didn't like Twisted Games. But the Book of Sin series, I'm so excited for, like, the rest of this series to come out. I think there's only a couple books out right now, but I think there's supposed to be 7 books altogether. I saw a TikTok earlier today of Anna Huang talking about how she started writing the book for King of Greed. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for King of Greed, like, actually. And she posted about the angst. Like, she literally was like, the angst in King of Greed. Like, she literally I was like, I'm literally so ready. Like, I'm literally so ready. I need to order the second book in the King of Sins series. I think the next one is, I don't know, King of something. I really don't know. I don't know anything. King of Wrath was actually so good to me. Like, I loved it. It was like, it wasn't a fluffy romance, but it wasn't really a dark romance either. Like, I don't really know what you would call it, but it was like a really nice, like, meet in the middle. Like, I loved it so much. Like, he was kind of morally gray, but not, like, to the point where I'm like, okay, like, I'm questioning why I'm liking this man. He's morally gray, but not to the point where I'm like, I know I shouldn't like this man, but I do. He's not that morally gray, but he's morally gray enough. Like, King of Wrath has made the my wife trope my new book fixation. Like, don't touch my wife, where's my what? Like, I'm eating it up every single time. Even though I've been reading for like a year and a half now, I realize I'm still so, like, new to the world of books because there's just so many different things and different tropes to explore. And I didn't realize until like a couple months ago when I started reading dark romances that I actually wasn't branching out that much, but like I am loving it. But King of Wrath was literally so good. Dante Russo, literally, I love him so much. I love him so much. So good. I loved it so much. Highly recommend it. It just has everything you need if you like fake relationships, forced proximity, arranged marriage, like the my wife trope. It has everything you need. So, highly recommend it. If you read anything by Anna Wang, start with that. And then the last book I read is an H.D. Carlton book. No mistake about this one. Her main male character, he is in fact morally gray. Very gray, damn near black. I read Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. Well, I'm still reading it. I literally have like maybe like a third of the book left. I don't know why it's taking me so long to get through it because I've literally been reading it for like a week and a half now, but that's beside the point. I'm really close to being done with it. I made a few notes. Okay, listen, I have a lot to say about this book. First of all, I have a lot to say about H.D. Carlton's writing. What's going through her head? What's up here whenever H.D. Carlton is writing? Because though her main male character is very much morally gray, I still like him. I like the main male character. I like him, and I feel like that's really not a good thing because this is not a spoiler either. Like, this is like kind of on the back, and this happens really early on in this. Like, when I tell you, first of all, H.G. Carlton wastes no fucking time getting to the spice and getting to like the real morally gray parts of the plot. When I tell you the first spicy scene, that like the shark scene that I told y'all about, literally when I tell you that shit happened, like what, like I don't need, like literally like 4 chapters in, like not, I thought that was gonna be like the worst of it and that was gonna be like, oh, like the peak spice scene. No. First of all, saw the fan art, right? That's what got me wanting to read the book in the first place. I'm just gonna say that bitch almost died. She damn near died. He damn near killed her. That's not a spoiler. He damn near killed her during the shark scene, which is the whole point, I guess. But I don't know why in my head I thought it was going to play out differently than it did. Like, it literally, I still liked it. But that is literally, okay, it's fine. It's fiction. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that he probably should be in jail for attempted murder. That was not even like the peak spicy scene. Like, there were so many more throughout the book, and like when I tell you I was in the middle of reading this shit, bitch, when I tell you I literally stopped. I stopped dead in my tracks and I said, I have to annotate this. I read it and I literally was like, I will say the relationship aspect of it, very much toxic. I'm gonna finish it probably tonight, but I like it. I like it. And honestly, the plot itself is really good too. Like, there's other aspects of it outside of the relationship that they have going that makes the book even more interesting. But I recommend it. Again, don't necessarily recommend it to everybody. I would definitely recommend it to my dark romance girlies, my 5 Hot Chili Pepper Spice girlies. Like, I definitely recommend it for you girlies out there who like that type of stuff. But those were literally the books I read or like am in the middle of reading. I just wanted to talk about them a little bit. But if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had fun. I hope you had fun on this little book shopping trip. Expect a lot more videos to come. I have a lot planned for this channel. If you want to see it, stick around.